Hello students, hello viewers, welcome to this video. And in this video, we are going to look at the pronunciation of a new word. The word for today is, let me introduce the spelling to you first. The spelling is Disadvantage. Let me repeat, Disadvantage. And this word divides itself into 4 syllables. The 4 syllables are, syllable 1 is dis, syllable 2 is ad, syllable 3 is van, and syllable 4 is tidge. Let me repeat. Syllable 1 is dis, syllable 2 is ad, syllable 3 is van, and syllable 4 is tidge. You may be surprised at the pronunciation of the 4th syllable, but we'll come to that later, okay? So it is disadvantage. Disadvantage. So now we have 4 syllables, and automatically the 4th syllable will go out of contention. Okay, so we are trying to find out which syllable will take the stress. So there are only 3 candidates left now. Now we have dis, ad, van. Syllable 1 is dis, syllable 2 is ad, and syllable 3 is van. Now, if you look at it, the second syllable is a weak syllable because it contains a weak one, ad. So that goes out of contention, okay? You can remove that. You are left with 2 syllables, syllable 1 and syllable 3. And if you look at it, both the syllables are CVC syllables, dis and van. Syllable 1 contains the, e, and is. So it is a consonant vowel consonant sequence. So yes, this will be stressed. And let us look at syllable 3. V, a, in. I'm sorry, I mean, my pronunciation was just 2 minutes ago, it sounded more like a rather than a. There is a difference because a is a front vowel, a is a back vowel. So it is not disadvantage, it is disadvantage. Disadvantage. So syllables 1 and syllable 3 are likely to be stressed. Syllable 3 will take the primary stress, syllable, the first syllable will take the secondary stress, and so there we have it. So now you can pause the video, try out the pronunciation, and then we'll get back, and then you can listen to the pronunciation that I give you. Okay, so if you tried out the pronunciation of this word goes like this: disadvantage, 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 disadvantage. Okay, so if you look at it, the first and third syllables are stressed. The third syllable is the primary stress syllable. The first syllable is the secondary stress syllable. So let me share screen with you just a minute. Yeah, there we are. So there we are, disadvantage. And you may be wondering why the 4th syllable is pronounced like this. Remember, let's come to the transcription. There are 2 or 3 things I want to discuss here. One is that the 4th syllable is not tage. Since it occurs as a last syllable, the last syllable will not be strong. If the last syllable, if this occurs as the last syllable in a 4-syllable word, if the word has more than three syllables, automatically the last syllable is weakened. So it is not tage, it is tidge. So it is disadvantage. There's one more thing that I wanted to point out. Obviously, we have got this CVC, consonant vowel consonant sequence, and again in the 3rd syllable, consonant vowel and consonant sequence. There's one thing I wanted to show you. I'm sorry about this. When it came to just follow the cursor. When I was introducing the previous word to you, developmental. See, when you come across this symbol, okay, especially primary stress syllable, the symbol is this sort of a diacritic is used. This sort of a symbol is used before the syllable. That too in the upper left-hand corner. Now be very clear. Once you introduce this, you need not show syllable boundary at all with a dot, with a period. This period or dot is not used if you have introduced this. If you are showing the stress syllable like this, so you don't have to show the syllable boundary. Automatically, the syllable boundary is here. So the syllable boundary stops here. For the second syllable, it is the, and the third syllable begins with v. Now, I had done this a small mistake in the previous word, developmental. Please correct that. I'm sorry about that. I noticed this only after I shot the video. I'm very sorry about that. I should not have done that, especially if you are serious about transcription, if you're serious about syllable boundary, such errors have to be avoided. This is wrong. Okay. So yeah. So if you have any, I mean, if you have seen any errors like this in my previous videos, please, you're free to share with them, share them with me, so that I make improvements and I avoid such errors in the future. So the moment you see this, automatically there will not be any syllable boundary before that. That is this signified by this dot or this period. Similarly, now you can come to the secondary stress syllable. Since the secondary stress syllable is the first syllable is secondary stress syllable, we don't, I cannot show it to you here, but in a 7, let us look at a 7-syllable word where this sort of thing comes, and I'll just give me a second before I can bring up a 7-syllable word. Just give me a second. If you remember, in one of the videos, we were discussing we've discussed the pronunciation of the word artificiality. And let me share screen with you that particular word. So there we are. See, so we have we have two syllables which have secondary stress, a and fish. And again, there is no boundary here. The dot does not come here. So I just wanted to show this to you as an example, that whenever you find the primary or secondary stress syllable symbol, you need not show the syllable boundary like you've shown it here between fish and e. So the syllable boundary is marked by the symbol, the diacritic or the symbol for the stress syllable. So let me share screen again and come back to the word here. So that is why we see here that we don't see any, we don't mark this here. Okay, so I've given you an example of how to mark this, and also I've told you that in the word developmental, you please make the changes. I mean, if you are transcribing the word, of course, I prompt you to transcribe it. So that's the word for today, disadvantage. And I told you that don't pronounce it like pronounce the fourth syllable as age. So it is not disadvantage, it is disadvantage. Disadvantage. Now the problem is, if you pronounce the final syllable as age, automatically it becomes a stress syllable. So that is one issue there. That is why we don't do that. Okay, so this is the word for today, disadvantage. There are two stress syllables. The primary stress syllable is the third syllable is the primary stress syllable, and the first syllable is the secondary stress syllable. Sorry, the third syllable is the primary stress and the first syllable is secondary stress. Yeah, so I thought I mixed things there. Okay, so that is the word for today. Please practice this. Disadvantage. Please practice this, and please look forward to the next video. If you have any questions, please ask them. And if you find any errors or any tiny mistakes in what I've done, of course, could be a gross mistake also, please point them to me, so that it helps me in improving the quality of my videos, and also helps you in understanding how pronunciation works. So the word for today is disadvantage. Please keep practicing it, and please look forward to the next video. Thank you.